Well, if you always reach for the big name brands at the supermarket, you could be paying an unnecessarily hefty price. New research from Compare the Market found swapping 20 everyday products for home brand alternatives could take 43% off your checkout total.
Yeah, so we're talking about $3,400 every year. So with many essentials getting more expensive and pack sizes shrinking, how do you know what's actually a better deal? For more, Compare the Market's Economic Director, David Koch, joins us. Hello, mate. Lovely to see you.
Hello, guys. Thank you. Just think of that number. 43% difference.
It's huge, isn't it?
In price. That's enormous.
Yeah.
I get stunned by it every year that we do this, of the 20 essential items, and it just adds up. As you were saying, $3,400 a year, that gets you a couple of economy class tickets to London.
Yeah. How was the research conducted in the first place?
Okay, well, it's 20 items, not just food, but it's household cleaning products, hygiene products, body wash, that sort of thing. And we do the same ones every year, go to the two biggest supermarkets and compare brand names against their home brand lines. And that's a different... So they're on the same shelf, and it's about a $200 usually shop for those 20 items. And it saves you 63, 65 in the other supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which products were the biggest price discrepancy? I reckon tin of tomatoes might be one of them. No?
No.
No? Okay.
No, in fact, it's the biggest savings not in the food aisle. It is things like mouthwash is something like look at that, $9 difference between a home brand. Instant coffee, huge difference. Toilet paper, another big difference.
I'm drawing the line, though, on toilet paper.
Okay. For comfort,
for
comfort reasons or financial reasons?
Well, I don't know. That's some things are non-negotiable.
Look, I know.
What Kylie's getting at. I think we all want to understand this, right?
She's speaking out of her... No, sorry.
But at least it's a soft one.
Whether we're talking about mouthwash or toilet paper, you are looking at these two products and you think, like, how do we know that that's as good as the legacy brand we've been using for 20 years on our bums?
Yeah. And also, it's personal preference. If something's really important, like obviously, Kylie, your bottom, well, then that's worth paying the extra for the brand names.
That's a choice.
But if you don't care, then check the unit prices going through, because you've got to look for shrinkage as well at the supermarket, not just jumping into a cold pool. And they come through this particular survey. Previously, there was a 24-pack of toilet rolls for $13. You can't get that anymore. It's a 16-roll pack for $14.
Yeah.
So they've cut the size of the package by a third and put the price up by $1.
And we get the bum deal.
Yeah.
Sorry, we did interrupt. We got up to, say, mouthwash was a big one. What are some of the other ones where there was big price discrepancies?
Big ones in body wash as well.
Body wash,
so it's all those healthcare ones. Eggs are pretty similar. Eggs actually went down in value across the board. Milk went up in value right across the board as well in terms of price. So it is those non-food products and cleaners. Cleaners,
like surface sprays,
things like that. That's the biggest difference as well.
So how do you check then, and back to the original question, like on the surface spray, how do you check that the cheaper one is as good as the one that you currently use?
Well, as you know, I'm married to the world's best home budgeter, and Lib and I never go to the supermarket together because she constantly reads the panel.
Yes,
at the back on everything from your tin tomatoes to your toilet paper, and that's the way to do it. You've just got to check the ingredients, what's included, and that points you in the right direction. And then also look for the unit price in terms of comparing prices, so you can see where there's shrinkage or not in terms of the size.
Just like, Tony went to the supermarket yesterday. Do you know, like a 12-pack of cartridges to shave with?
Oh yeah. Don't get me started.
They were like $75.
I know. So, but
I know.
These little shaving
hard being
cartridges now have a lock on them. They're
Yes,
so
I know, right?
expensive.
But when did they
Who would
become
have thought?
$75?
Always.
Oh, okay.
Like you girls talking about the cost of hygiene products and stuff like that. Our equivalent is
Razors, cartridges.
razors.
Quickly, we've got to talk our AFL, Port
Yeah.
Adelaide. Where are we? How are we going? You?
Look, we've been decimated with injuries. We're towards the bottom of the ladder, but there are really good signs, and our supporters understand that. And you're welcome to Tasmania. Our former coach looks as though he's going to be announced the inaugural coach of the Tasmanian Devils, Ken Ankley.
Yeah.
So, that will be the perfect appointment for Tasmania. Ken is a great leader of young men, and if you're building a young side from the ground up, I could not think of a better coach to put your club
to
in the
develop
hands
that
of.
culture.
Yeah, it's terrific.
Always good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.